welcome to 20 for 20. My name is Kathleen Draper with the Elks National Foundation. Today, I'm joined by Nick Sayegh, a 2020 Top 20 Most Valuable Student Scholar, sponsored by Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, Lodge number 417. Thank you so much for joining us today, Nick.
Thank you for having me here. It's been great to be here.
Yeah, I'm so excited to have you. And first of all, just introduce yourself and tell us about where you're from and a little bit about you.
Yeah, so my name is Nick Sayegh, and I was born and raised here in Oklahoma City. I attended high school at a small independent school right here in South Oklahoma City, and now I'm a freshman at Oklahoma City University, right in the heart of Oklahoma City, and I'm a freshman double major in marketing and finance.
Awesome. And how did you choose that field to study?
Yeah, so I've always been kind of interested in business, but I wasn't sure really where to get into, which field to get into. And I went through high school, I was involved in a lot of different places in my community, and one of them happened to be at the Oklahoma Hall of Fame, which is where I work now, and in the marketing department. And so that was really what got me started thinking like, well, maybe I could, make this my career and my future. And as for the finance side, it's just something I'm really interested in personally, like stocks trading and like the finance of global economies and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's really cool. Internships are what helped lead me to what I want to do and work in communications. So they're an awesome tool to help you figure out where to go and what to study. And you're coming to us live from your new dorm room.
I am.
Your classes have begun. How is it going so far?
It's been pretty interesting transition, just thinking like, I was just in high school not too long ago, and now I'm in a completely, like everything is so completely the opposite of high school. I really love all my classes, and it's great to be in an environment surrounded by people who are, we're here to learn and we're here to build a community of positive, like-minded individuals. And it's something I've never been exposed to before. So far the first 2 weeks have been really, really good. Hopefully the rest of the semester can keep on course with all this COVID business that's in place.
Yeah, it must be very different to be starting
Yeah.
COVID. Are a lot of your classes online, or do you have in-person lectures too?
Yeah, so right now I have one fully online class and then one hybrid class and then two in-person classes. But who knows, next week I could completely be alive and it could be this something, all online classes. Hopefully not, but
Yeah, it could change very quickly.
yeah.
And then what kind of classes are you taking so far?
So the only class that I'm taking for freshmen it's called Liberal Arts Seminar, and our university requires it. It's like to cultivate open mind and different ways of thinking, which my class is about art by women of color, which I'm really interested in. And then the rest of my classes are 2000 level business classes, since all my transfer credits worked out pretty well with this university.
Yeah, that's awesome. And so what are you most looking forward to with your upcoming semester in your freshman year?
I think what I'm looking forward to is getting really involved on campus, as I already have a leadership position that kind of just opens some doors for me to introduce my own initiatives and policies that can really make an impact on campus and even in the surrounding area near my campus.
That's really cool. Would you mind telling us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, I can tell you a little bit more about that. So I am the Deputy Secretary of Policies and Initiatives for our Student Government Association here on Oklahoma City University. That's a mouthful, but I haven't found out too much about it. But the president told me that I can implement my own initiative, and I'm thinking something along the lines of creating immediate impact right here in Oklahoma City, because most of the philanthropic works that I see usually from universities here in Oklahoma focus on a larger scale, and I want to scale that down and focus on getting resources to specifically under-resourced high school students. Is like one of my biggest passions, and also food insecurity. So we'll see. Maybe I can give you guys an update on how that goes in the future.
Yeah, we would definitely love to hear that. And, being able to do that and implement philanthropic policies is really awesome and kind of aligns with your dedication to service. So would you mind telling us what service means to you?
So the way I define service, instead, I guess I could throw in service and leadership, is really empowering other people, because throughout high school I was put in these leadership positions that I wasn't really aware that I was capable of handling. And so being given that privilege, I think it's anyone's responsibility with any sort of privilege to give back to those who are underprivileged than them. And in this case, it would be through a matter of service.
Yeah, that's awesome. Obviously, like you just mentioned, you've held a lot of leadership positions. You just started college, so you've got a lot of accomplishments under your belt already. But what is an accomplishment or something that you're most proud of?
I think the accomplishment I'm most proud of would be starting a food pantry program in my school district. It's not really like an award or anything, but it just means so much to me because I witnessed, like, I've been in the school district, it's Western Heights School District. I didn't say that earlier, but I've been there ever since, I guess, third grade. And as I went through the system, I would notice these, like, why are these kids taking these backpacks home? Like, I want a backpack. And it turns out these backpacks are full of non-perishable foods for the kids who didn't have food over the weekend. Since I'm not sure of the statistic, but I feel like I think it's about like 90% of the students at my school qualify for free and reduced lunches. And on top of that, some of those students rely on those two meals you get, the breakfast and lunch as their only meals for the entire day because they don't get food at home.
Mhm.
And so I've been part of this system. And fortunately, I wasn't placed in a situation where I was the one getting the food from the school. But as I got into high school, it really changed my mind. After seeing this stuff for so long, I felt like I should actually do something about it instead of just telling people, like, what would you do to change the world? Well, I wanted to do something real. And so then I did with a group of friends through the Key Club at my school, which I ran. We together worked to form the Western Heights K Closet Initiative, which informed kids in my district about food insecurity in Oklahoma and how it is a very, very, very big problem that many kids and adults both face in my state. And then on top of that, it was formed functional food pantries in the schools, which were raised. The food was donated by people in my community.
Okay. That's really, really cool and really awesome that you were able to start that and kind of saw a need and were driven to fill, bridge the gap for that.
Yeah,
What did that look like once COVID started? Obviously, with COVID, there was a greater need for food in under-resourced communities. So how did the food pantry that you began kind of play into that?
yeah. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to keep too many contacts with people from my school. The communication was a little bit of an issue we faced just because all of a sudden it's like, it's just, summer break just started in March and I never went back. But
Yeah.
I do know that they were implemented and utilized for some families in my district. But also, we all distributed food. I forgot what the program is called, but our school loaded up school buses full of sack lunches and breakfast for these students and drove around neighborhoods and dropped them off for the students who did not have food at home. Um, but the pantries I started were open pantries. Anyone could sign up and come get it. One of them was functional for about a year, and the other one I just started right before COVID. And unfortunately, we have 4 elementary schools, and I was only able to reach 2 of them. I had the week after COVID shut everything down, I was supposed to be at the third one on get the ground running onto that one, but I left a lot of instructions and plans for this type of like legacy project, and definitely will still be in the system helping mentor the future leaders of my old high school to continue this program once everything gets back to normal.
Yeah, I mean, that's already amazing that you were able to reach 50% of these elementary schools and be able to help out in that way. And it sounds like you said, you left a lot of plans, and I'm sure there are a lot of dedicated students
Yeah,
school
they
who are
are.
interested in picking that back up. So that's really exciting. And what is being an Elk Scholar going to help you do?
I think being an Elk Scholar really provides me with assurance that there are people out there who really care for students who are underprivileged and wouldn't be able to succeed without these organizations that are so generous to provide not even just the scholarship money, but a community and a family of people who are just like me that I can reach out to at any time. Um, that's like within the scholar community, and then also the mentoring that they provide and all the resources and services. It really makes me feel like I'm part of something bigger than just, here in Oklahoma City, which I'm mostly just used to stuff like that.
Yeah, and that's definitely something I can relate to as someone who went to college in my hometown, much like you are. It's really awesome to feel like you are part of a bigger network. And, the Elks family, they are all across the country. So it's really awesome to have that network available to you.
Yeah, it
Um,
is.
and you really kind of kickstarted being a part of the Elks family with the Top 20 Leadership Weekend back in April, which feels like forever ago
It
now.
does feel like forever ago.
Yeah, that feels like another lifetime. But what was your favorite part of that Top 20 weekend?
I think my favorite part that we did was the very first activity we did where we all 20 of the top 20 scholars filled out a shield of a couple of things that really represented them. And just getting to know the stories behind these other amazing students from across the country was really just, I don't know, it filled my soul of thinking that there's other people out there who are like me that care so much about their community and want to be leaders before society says we can. We don't have to be an adult to make such a huge impact. And seeing the stories of these people just really inspired me to get out there and go do even more.
Yeah, and you all are very evident of being young leaders in your communities and in the country and making that type of change. I was so inspired by the leadership weekend, and the Shields was definitely my favorite part to watch. I think it just gave everybody a really awesome insight into kind of who they are holistically in the different parts of their lives that they really feel are truly important.
Yeah.
So that was really cool. I really enjoyed that activity too. And before you went to the leadership weekend, you found out that you were a part of the top 20. Do you remember what you were doing when you found out and how you reacted?
I don't really remember what I was doing, but I do remember my reaction because at first I thought I saw it was titled Elks like top 20 scholars, and I was just like, oh, I didn't get it. I'm sure this is my rejection email. And I do remember I think I was at school at my high school, and it was just so surreal, like knowing that I made it so far in this competition. I mean, even every step of the way, I was just kind of shocked, like, wow, they actually picked me to advance. And then here I am getting an email from the national program, and I don't know, I mean, how to describe it. It was just such a emotional moment for me, thinking that there are people who really see what I'm doing and feel like they have the need to invest in me and help me get to where I want to be.
That's really, really exciting. I could not imagine receiving an email like that.
Yeah, it was definitely the most exciting and adrenaline rushing email I've received throughout my life.
That's amazing. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm glad that you're part of the scholars, the top 20. Yeah, that would be so exciting to open your inbox and
Yeah,
that
instead of
there.
just seeing like, Amazon wants your attention for something, it was like, oh,
That's awesome. And what makes you an Elk Scholar?
I think what makes me an Elk Scholar is that I really value service over anything. Even from a young age, I've always been into volunteering and stuff like that. And just hearing the many opportunities the Elks provides for me makes me feel like I have a home with the organization. And sadly, even though I wasn't able to attend the top 20 weekend in Chicago, am definitely looking forward to taking on these service trips and meeting up with fellow Elk Scholars in my district, and even maybe, hopefully, if this conference gets rescheduled, meeting with my class of top 20 scholars, and definitely take advantage of all the opportunities the Elks provides to me, just so I can really engage myself and give back to this organization who's already given me so much.
Yeah, that's awesome. And you're obviously very passionate about service and leadership and your academics, but what is something else that you're passionate about, whether it be a hobby or anything like that?
Yeah, so I have been a percussionist for almost 10 years now. And although it's not really my thing in college right now, I am super passionate about percussion. Specifically, solo marimba is what I do, which is, in my opinion, the most impressive instrument in for the percussion family. So yeah, it's not just even playing. I've written a couple pieces and arranged some stuff back whenever I was in high school marching band. But I'm definitely looking to get more involved in the arts, especially attending a liberal arts university the coming semesters during my college career.
Yeah, there's a lot of opportunity for that. And percussion is definitely a hard thing to take to the dorms with you.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel like I would get a lot of noise complaints.
Yeah. But that's exciting that there's other opportunities that you're looking forward to exploring right on campus. And
Yeah,
if you could say anything to the Elks, what would you say?
I feel like I would just say that a big thank you, because it's not just, like I've said before, it's not just the money, it's the feeling that a group of people actually believe in, my leadership and my service and my potential, that pushes me forward and makes me want to do greater things with my life than just attend college and get a degree.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's what I would say to everyone in the Elks organization.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Nick. Thanks to all of our viewers for tuning in. If you like the show, hit the like button below and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you for helping us build stronger communities and connecting with the hashtag Elks family. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.